Alright, so hey all you YouTubers, this is Naptime with Turtles 2. I actually have, I believe, I don't know, maybe 5 or, well, you could count it as 2 things today. I do have an announcement that since I do now have more space for games, and actually I will be moving my Super Nintendo rack, so I do have room for 3 more consoles. One of them might be including a Neo Geo CDZ, so I will be reviewing those if I do get one of those for my birthday. And I do have many more spots for Sega Master System games and portable consoles and PS2 and DS and PSP games, Super Nintendo. There's my Super Nintendo stuff's there, nothing there. Nothing there, and then PS1 and Sega Saturn games. I do have many more Sega Saturn games coming, like Virtua Fighter 2. So watch for those reviews. Those might be coming. I don't know if I'll have time or if my internet will respond to it, so yeah. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today, gotta talk while I'm sliding this back over. Today we're going to be talking about video game accessories for these two. Master System, the beloved NES. God bless this thing. Or, nest this thing. Yeah. So while I am moving my arrangement back over, due to my very small amount of space here, so let's flip this open. So I do have 2 accessories for the Master System and 2 accessories for the NES. So here they are. First, we'll start by reviewing the Sega Control Stick and the Sega Sports Pad. So let's get started. I think, yeah, I'll do this in 2 parts. So this part I'll do the Sega accessories, and the other part I'll do the NES accessories. So here's the Sega Sports Pad and the Control Stick. So this is a monolith of shit. I mean, this thing is just a mound of crap with a ball on top and 2 buttons. But because it says Sega, it's awesome. I do like Sega more than Nintendo. As you can tell, my NES collection is nowhere near as big as my Master System collection. I do have more Master System games in there, but they're in my basement due to limited space in my room. So take a look at the Control Stick. Since I am a collector, I do not get accessories as often as other people might because I try to get them in the box. So there's that, and I did get it with the manual, the original manual and the original packaging, never opened, usual with the warranty card. And I have verified that this is the correct Control Stick to go with this correct box and this actual manual. So, yay. So here it is. What to say, cluster F. Yeah. Kind of grab onto it like this, and it doesn't have a diagonal, which pisses me off, because I usually use diagonal for kick-ass games over here in my Master System collection. Like Transbot, Double Dragon, Rambo First Blood, also use it for Outrun and Choplifter, Afterburner, Rambo 3, and Enduro Racer. It's my only loose cartridge, I don't know why. But I was kind of ignorant when I first got this thing to start getting them with boxes, so overall this thing is much better than that. It does have your standard plug. They do advertise it as being compatible with the Commodore VIC-20, C64, Atari 400, 800, and 2600. This will also work with the 7800 Pro system, which is up there. It's on top of the PS2 and the batteries. So, yeah. Overall, the buttons are better than the normal Master System controller. They have much less movement. It has this nice little grippy texture thing. I'll take the cable off. Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend this to anybody unless you're a diehard Sega fan like me. And as I said earlier, I'm in search for a Sega SG-1000 Model 1 if I can. If I can, I'm gonna get a Model 2 because I am one of those people who believes that Sega was the best console and still is the best console. So, yeah. So it does say Start Sega Control Stick, Start 1, and then button 2. They're very comfortable. You can use this with the Sega Rapid Fire unit and the Sports Pad. The Sports Pad doesn't really work though. So, it does say Control right there, very nicely, clearly labeled. It has a couple scratches on it, little air bubble right there, but it does have some marks up here. Here's the actual ball. It's connected to this massive stick. It's like an NES Advantage, but reversed. And why did they do that? It's terrible. I mean, but other than that, it's actually a really good stick. I do recommend this for left-handed players because they usually like the joystick on the right side. Other than that, for right-handed players, I would be like, screw this. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I got this for about 25-30 bucks on Amazon. That's where I get most of my collectible stuff for the Master System and NES, which we'll talk about the NES stuff in part 2. So here is the monolith of shit, Sega Sports Pad. Why? It's like the Atari 5200 trackball controller. A ball controller for use with the Sega Power Base. I didn't know that. Sega Sports Pad, Master System. What? Why did they have to label that? Are people too stupid to realize what they're buying? Yeah, I'm gonna plug this into my butt and I'm gonna play it on a dishwasher. Completely. Idiots. Well, whatever, it was the 80s. So, let's take a look at the box here, since this is much better condition. The real edge for the real competitor. You don't even want to read that, it's just a load of BS. So, let's open this shizzle up. As you can tell, this is already a massive controller. It is roughly the size of the actual Master System. It is almost as thick. Come out of the package! Come out! And here's the other half. Why? I mean, honestly, besides the fact that it does look pretty awesome with the gigantic red buttons and the fact that the ball is yellow, it pretty much sucks. So it does say controller 1 or 4, which I have absolutely no idea what that means. I don't have the manual with this, at least I don't think. No, I don't have the manual with this, but so here it is. It does has it's not labeled on the bottom. That's just some styrofoam, some hair right there, dust. It does say 1 start and 2, but even less movement. They kind of make this little annoying clicking noise. So 1-4 Sega Sports Pad, Control Sports, Control Sports, Control. I really don't recommend this for anything except for to throw it away. It was one of their worst, really bad creations. I mean, it is an absolute piece of shit. So it's basically got the same color scheme around here as the control stick, which is much better than this, and it's got the same color scheme, and it is kind of very chunky. It does have that little outer rim, the control stick, and pretty much anything about this, or everything actually, is complete shit, except for the fact that they give you a really crap load of cable. If you do try and switch it over mid-game from like Control to Sports, sometimes it will freeze on certain games, but none of the card games I've seen online. So, this does not work really for normal games like Transbot. If I were to just hit up on this, it would go from like at the bottom of the screen to the top. For this, you have to go for the stupid thing to go like that far. And it makes you seem like you have Tourette's if you like go, if you're going to get to the bottom screen, and then you get absolutely dominated by the xenomorphs. So it's just awesome. Yeah, so I got this for about actually $12, I think, on Amazon, but I got this just for the sheer collectability of it. I think I've used it 9 or 10, maybe 11 times for certain games, but other than that, I really wouldn't recommend this one. I actually do kind of recommend this one because it actually is very comfortable. I mean, the grippy thing, I mean, it's just very nice when you're holding on to it like that. It's very nice. Other than that, shit. Less. Shit. Less shit. Shit. No shit. Well, actually, somewhat shit. What we really need here... Where did that go? Is this. This is amazing. It's nothing compared to this or the Saturn. Saturn's freaking awesome. Those god-awful 5200 joysticks. Piece of shit. Yep, but this is Naptown with Turtles 2. Signing out.